Apple raising prices. Sounds like a normal Apple story at first. A MacBook gets more expensive, an iPad gets more expensive. People complain, Apple defends the pricing, and after a few days, the internet moves on. But this time, the reason behind the price increase is much bigger than Apple. Because Apple did not raise prices because of a new design, or a better display, or a slightly faster chip. The real reason is hiding inside the global AI boom. Apple raised prices on some MacBooks and iPads because memory and storage chip costs have gone up sharply. And that may sound like a boring supply chain detail, but the meaning is simple. AI data centers are now consuming so much memory capacity that normal consumer products are starting to feel the pressure. That is why this story matters. For the last few years, AI felt like something happening inside apps. You opened a website, typed a prompt, and got an answer in seconds. It felt invisible, cheap, and almost weightless. But AI is not weightless. Behind every AI answer is a physical machine. There are servers, GPUs, memory chips, storage chips, cooling systems, electricity, land, and massive data centers running day and night. The AI boom may look like software on the surface, but underneath it is a huge hardware build-out. And now that hidden cost is starting to show up in the price of everyday devices. Apple is important here because Apple is not a small company with weak bargaining power. Apple has one of the strongest supply chains in the world. It buys parts at massive scale, negotiates deeply with suppliers, and usually has more protection from component price shocks than smaller device makers. So when even Apple says memory and storage costs are becoming too high to absorb, that is not a small signal. That is a warning. To understand why, you have to look beyond Apple and look at what AI actually needs. Most people think the AI race is only about Nvidia GPUs. And yes, GPUs are the superstar of this boom. They are the expensive chips used to train and run powerful AI models. But a GPU alone is not enough. AI systems also need huge amounts of very fast memory. Every time a model answers a question, writes code, understands an image, or generates a response, huge amounts of data have to move quickly between memory and compute. If memory cannot keep up, even the most expensive AI chip cannot be used efficiently. That is why high bandwidth memory, or HBM, has become so important. HBM is not the same memory inside your MacBook. It is advanced memory used in AI servers and high-performance computing systems. It sits close to the GPU and helps feed data at extremely high speed. Without enough fast memory, AI systems become slower, more expensive, and harder to scale. And this is where the pressure begins. Memory companies like Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron are no longer just selling chips into phones, laptops, tablets, and normal servers. They are now selling into the most aggressive technology build-out in the world. Every major AI company wants more compute. Every cloud company wants more data centers. Every model company wants more memory. And when everyone wants the same supply chain at the same time, prices go up. That is where Apple gets squeezed. MacBooks need memory and storage. iPads need memory and storage. Phones, gaming devices, cars, medical devices, telecom equipment, and many other products also depend on memory chips in some form. So the AI race is not happening in a separate world. It is pulling on the same broader semiconductor industry that powers normal life. And this is where the story becomes bigger than one Apple price hike. For years, the public debate around AI was mostly about jobs. People asked whether AI would replace workers, write code, automate offices, or create videos. But now, there is another question that feels much more immediate. Will AI make normal technology more expensive? You may get a cheap AI app, but the laptop you use to access that app may cost more. You may get free AI features, but the device running those features may become more expensive. You may think AI lives in the cloud, but the cloud lives in real data centers, and those data centers are fighting for real chips. That is the hidden cost of AI, and Apple's price increase makes that cost visible. This is also why the timing matters. The AI race is entering a new phase. It is no longer just about who has the smartest chatbot. It is about who controls the infrastructure underneath it. The compute, the memory, the electricity, the data centers, the supply contracts, and the factories. The winners in AI may not only be the companies with the best model, they may be the companies that can secure the most important chips before everyone else. And if big tech is willing to pay premium prices for AI infrastructure, then other industries have to compete with that demand. That is why this can affect more than Apple. If memory prices stay high, other companies may face the same choice Apple faced. They can raise prices, reduce memory or storage, cut margins, delay products, or redesign devices around whatever components are available. None of those choices are great for consumers. And that is why Apple raising MacBook and iPad prices is not just about Apple being expensive. It is a sign that the AI boom has escaped the screen. It is moving into factories. It is moving into supply chains. It is moving into consumer electronics. And now it is moving into prices. For years, AI felt like something happening inside Silicon Valley. Now it is starting to enter your shopping cart. And that is the real story. The question is not only whether AI will change the future of work. The question is whether AI will quietly change the price of the devices we use to work. Because the next time a laptop, tablet, phone, or even a car becomes more expensive, the reason may not only be a new feature. One of the reasons could be that somewhere else a data center needed more memory to answer the world's next prompt.